On the 13th of March 2020, President Uhuru Kenyatta ordered for the closure of schools in the country. This was after the first COVID-19 case was reported in Kenya.
We have suspended learning in all our education institutions with immediate effect.
With this declaration, over 18 million school-going children will stay at home for an uncertain period of time. Due to the rising corona cases, the government started a campaign to encourage online learning. By July 2020, Kenya's caseload stood at 8,975. Parents were also encouraged to embrace homeschooling and community-based learning. With COVID-19 here with us, the lives of our children have changed completely. 1 year on, and the forced changes in the school calendar are now permanent, with children learning to live in the new normal. However, online learning will prove troublesome due to the cost and lack of internet penetration in some parts of the country. The idleness would lead in some female learners engaging in transactional sex. Over 150,000 girls aged between 10 to 19 years became pregnant between March and September. In October 2020, the government made the bold move of reopening schools for some learners. With students urged to observe COVID-19 protocols, grade 4, class 8 and form 4 students were back in school as they started preparing for their national examinations.
Most of these public schools are overwhelmed by space because there are several private institutions that closed down, and those pupils have sought places in public schools.
Learning, though, was never the same again. Pupils and teachers were encouraged to maintain social distancing and wear face masks in a bid to keep corona at bay.
There shall be no KCPE for the year 2020.
The corona pandemic would also affect the national examinations, which were postponed for the first time in the country's history. Exams in Kenya usually happen between October and December, but due to the delayed academic year, the examinations are set to take place in March and April of this year.
I think we are suffering because of our very, very rigid kind of structuring our education, how we have designed education, especially things such as exams. Why should we imagine that exams should be happening at a particular time?
In January 2021, the Ministry of Education opted to reopen schools fully. Again, strict COVID-19 guidelines will have to be observed by both learners and teachers. This will ensure that schools are not breeding grounds for corona.
The government of the Republic of Kenya has done everything possible to ensure that our schools are ready for reopening.
Kenya's current caseload stands at more than 105,000 cases. According to the Ministry of Education, learning is progressing smoothly. However, there have been increased cases of school unrest in various institutions. According to education experts, the academic year will get back to normal in 2023 when examinations are set to be conducted in November. But the class of 2021 will have a story to tell as they have adapted to the new normal, even as the country was grappling with the COVID-19 pandemic. Gigi Namagundu, K24 Evening Edition.